Welcome back, everybody, to the Cap Talk Show. I remain your host, Adira Rachel Peace. And we are so happy to be sponsored by an organization called Topowa Youth Mentoring Uganda. Well, I know you might be asking, what is the Cap Talk Show? Well, say no more. The Cap Talk Show is a show created by the youth, for the youth, to enable you make better, healthy life choices by you listening, of course, to the different guests that come here, and you're able to learn a thing or two from the stories that they share. Well, today's topic is part of a whole series that is under mental health. Well, the theme for today is building resilience and self-care. And it is from there that I'm going to be able to introduce our lovely guest, who is clearly well versed with the whole topic of mental health, substance abuse, and addictions. From this point, I'd like to welcome my guest. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show.
You're welcome.
So kindly introduce yourself to the guests out there and enable them to learn a thing or two about you.
All right, so my name is Emmanuel King, and I'm a director at Kingsway Rehabilitation Center. Kingsway Rehabilitation Center is a registered non-government organization, and we help people who struggle with substance abuse, addictions, and mental health. We are located in Kagala Jomai Estate, just along Bukerere, Jogo Road. And I'm a married man.
Yes.
Happily married.
Happily, keyword.
Yes, happily married. And I love the subject mental health and what it involves.
Well, we are so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for honoring our invite.
Me.
So, Topowa Youth Mentoring Uganda, quarterly throughout the year, organizes an event called Mental Health Event. And it is from here that we have learned people like you who are able to ooze out knowledge and enable people to learn and make better, healthy life choices. Now, on the subject mental health, break it down to someone who maybe has just clicked on this video and doesn't know anything about mental health. What is mental health?
That's a very good question. I would say mental health refers to a person's emotional, psychological, and social well-being of an individual, which involves the way they think, the way they feel, and the way they behave in a way to handle stress or making of decisions in life, how to navigate through challenges and making decisions.
Lovely. So, I'm sure there's a person out there who might not understand the entire concept of mental health and even has little or no regard to it. So the question is mental health even important?
Yes, mental health is very, very important, because if you're to look at the emotional part of it, it's the way you navigate through your emotions as an individual. How do you balance the negative and the positive thoughts? If you're to look at the psychological, it is finding yourself, finding your purpose, finding who you are, and what can you be able to offer. And each and every person has to come to a place of who am I, why am I here? So the psychological part of it is also important for every individual. And then lastly, the social well-being, how to navigate the ability to make friends, the ability to interact with others. You find some people struggle to relate with others, having that social having that ability, to relate with people, to make good friends, to socialize, to network. So that's why it's very important for every human being, because every human being needs to interact. They need to know why they're here. They need to know how to handle the pressures of life, either school, either work, either marriage. Life is filled with a lot of choices to make. So mental health is very key. And taking good care of yourself is key for you to be able to balance all these futures.
Yes. True, 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 true. Clearly, a healthy mind enables you to make better, healthy life choices. So, what are the challenges that someone might out there might be facing and they don't even know that? Oh my God, this is an issue in regards to mental health.
Some of the challenges that someone may be facing and they are not aware. Um, I'll give just a few examples.
Yes.
Um, for example, stress.
Yeah.
Stress.
And it seems like it has been normalized. Man, I'm stressed.
Yes, it's kind of, it has been normalized that I am stressed. I need, some people look for a quick fix of how
Yeah.
to deal with stress,
Yes.
you know. But stress is affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
Stress is affecting concentration of people at work, in school. It
Yes.
affects both the young, the, the old,
Yes.
you know. There is depression. Depression. Depression is really when someone's emotional well-being is low,
Yeah.
is really low. They can't focus. Their appetite is affected.
Yes.
They struggle to sleep, you know, and it can be triggered by so many things. To the young people, it can be comparison,
Yes.
you know, feeling you don't fit in, feeling you do not, low self-esteem. Some people struggle with low self-esteem. Low self-esteem also affects your mental health in a way. I'm just giving you things that people can relate with
Yes.
without going into the complexities
Yes.
of mental health.
True.
So those are a few I can mention.
True.
Low self-esteem, stress, depression,
Anxiety.
anxiety.
Yes.
You know, anxiety comes with fear, you know, uncontrollable thoughts
Yes.
that you cannot be able to control. And then I've had a few counseling sessions with young people. I've realized that also parents, in a way, lead their mental health affect their children.
True.
For example, if they do not handle their situation, it can be financial, it can be their marriage.
Yes.
If they don't handle it well, somehow it affects the children.
Yes.
Lack of communication in a home, it affects children. But one of the key thing that is affecting mental health in the young people is social media.
Yes. True.
Social media. Social media. WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok, you know.
There's so much comparison.
There's so much comparison going on.
Yeah.
And these apps, they give a false kind of reality of life,
Yes.
which is not reality. And so people tend to compare themselves, even spending a lot of time on social media.
Yes.
Nowadays, you can see young people, in case they don't have bundles, or even not just having a smartphone,
There's a problem.
or taking away your phone for an hour or 30 minutes.
Yes.
There's a way you start to have like withdrawals. Where's my phone? Oh my
Yes.
God, I need to be on the platform. I need to be on, you know, WhatsApp and
So
all
is
that.
it safe to say that we actually are addicted to our phones?
Yes, we are. We are. Some are very, very addicted to phones.
Yes.
But also the content that they view on these social media platforms, because there is a lot of things
And there's no see.
and there is no sieving. So the sieving is your mental health, how you guard
Wow.
it and what you're able to see and not see.
At this point, I really feel attacked. But now let's get into substance abuse.
Yes, please.
The truth is, it's sad but true, but our generation, the younger generation, is really battling substance abuse and addiction, and they might even not know it. What can be done? What is leading to this, and how can they be helped?
That's a very, very good question. When you look at recently I was looking at the statistics of the highest consumers of alcohol in Africa. And in the statistics that I viewed, Uganda
But
was, I think, number two.
We're the
number
second.
one.
We're the
Number two.
with a second.
Number two.
Yes.
And an average person in Uganda, they consume around 12.8 2-3 liters of alcohol. Liters.
I'm comparing it, a 10-liter jerry can. Yeah?
Yes.
So I'm getting the
Yes,
10-liter jerry can and
yes.
adding 2 liters.
Yes. Now imagine that liter or that jerry can of 5 liters.
Then we add.
Then you add 2
10,
of them. Those are
then
10.
like
Then
2
you add like
liters.
2 liters of alcohol, an average.
But weekly, daily.
I don't know how they counted the average consuming. I
But
don't
they
know how
gave
they
at least each
but they
of
gave,
us.
yes, each country was given the average consume
Wow.
of alcohol, around 12.2 something liters of alcohol. So what is really, I know it's sad. It's sad,
Yeah.
though it's laughable, but it's sad.
It is.
And when you look at Uganda, it's one of the youngest population. It has the youngest youths in the whole world. It's the youngest population country in the entire world.
I think I saw that in the newspapers during this week. They mentioned that over 50% of the population is below 17. I was like,
Yes,
wow.
yes.
Wow.
That is true. That
Okay.
is true. Actually, around 72% are below the age of 30.
wow.
Yes. So what is causing people into substance addiction and all these things? There are many causes. I would
Yes.
say most of these people getting influenced in substance, in behavioral use or behavioral engagement. Most of these things begin at school.
Yes.
Most of these things begin at school. I work in a rehabilitation, so I get to see a lot of clients. But if you're to do a research and to see what is the ratio of those who started in school, you'd find the ratio is 9 to 10.
Wow.
Senior 1, senior 2, senior
Yes.
3, usually most of them. So peer pressure causes people to begin to use.
Yes.
Exposure of entertainment, TV, media, we have role models that we look up to, and some of these celebrities. In most videos, you find they're drinking, they're
Yes.
smoking.
That is literally
A
what we
video
consume.
without drinking, a video without smoking, it's not a video.
Yes.
There's a lifestyle that they portray. And so young people look up to that. They look at it as an object of success.
Yes.
So they want to attach themselves to that, So peer pressure, media, exposure, some are just curious.
Yes.
The environments where we come from, because also the environments affect us.
Yes.
If you're living in a house where your parents drink,
I mean, it's the new norm.
it's a new norm. They're having house parties, they drink. As you grow up seeing drinking is normal,
Yes.
And in our society, drinking is not something to hide about. Come on, you go to a wedding, there's alcohol. You go to a birthday
Literally
party, there's
everything,
alcohol.
yes.
Even though you're celebrating a 1-year-old, you'll find that there's alcohol. A party without alcohol
It's
is not
an
a
excuse
party.
to drink.
It's an excuse to drink. Yes.
I
A vigil
get.
is alcohol. So it's everywhere, and young
get.
people are being exposed to this, and maybe also lack of sensitization and awareness to some of these things are also affecting
get.
the youth.
Okay. So, in your last words, what advice would you give to a parent, a teacher, a child, someone battling these issues? And as well, where can they be able to find you again? Could you give us your contact, location? So there might be someone out there who's battling mental health and they can be able to reach out and get some help.
Okay, thank you. So there is help. How do we help a parent or an individual who may be struggling? Number one, seek help.
Yes.
There is help everywhere.
Yes.
Seek help, seek professional help. Two, if you have someone who is struggling with addiction or substance, just to know they didn't intend to be that way.
Yes.
They never thought they would turn out that way. And so one of the things is that society tends to condemn society tends to stigmatize.
Yes.
They tend to say that person is spoiled, is this, and they label them. But one of the things that I have seen working with people who struggle with mental health and addiction, it's about love.
Yes.
It's about understanding the person.
True.
Because if you don't understand them, you can't help them. You have to understand them, you have to have empathy and sympathy to enter their world. Because their world is different from your world. Their reality is different from your reality. So you have to enter their reality and their world and understand them and know how they feel and how they look at life and how they perceive life, and then help them from that place as you bring them to a place of breaking the delusions around them, or helping them to navigate through their thoughts and challenges that they are going through. So there is help, there is hope, and many people have been able to break free from this. And our organization, which is Kingsway Rehabilitation Center, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or X, former Twitter. You can be able to find at Kingsway Rehabilitation. You can also, our offices are located in Kagala Jomai Estate, Bukerere, Jogo Road in Goma Division, Mokono District. You can also call us on 0703 874862 or 0782 767066. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming to the show.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Lovely. So that has been it from us on today's episode of the Cup Talk Show. We are so grateful to have such insightful minds, and hopefully you out there, may the parent, a teacher, a student, has been able to learn something from this episode. That has been it from us. I remain your host, Adira Rachel Peace, and this episode was brought to you by Topowa Youth Mentoring Uganda. See you next time. Goodbye.